I'm talking and taking action.
I think they are verbs, but there is no verbs.
Oh, this is now.
I use peer assessment in my classes a lot because I think, again, it goes back to the idea of autonomy and helping the students stand on their own 2 feet in terms of improving their writing and developing criteria of what makes good writing. And by seeing examples of their peers' writing and being able to compare it to their own writing, they can say, wow, I did a really good job, or oh, I've got some areas that I need to improve.
The feedback activity was helpful because I learned about my mistake, and I saw my friend mistake and learn about it. I got different information from different students or different opinion. And each of the students has a new opinion.
You'll always see an example. So the activity that we did was an editing activity, and the students were asked to edit a first draft of an essay. And before, of course, they got to the editing step, the students had learned the different parts that make an effective essay, from a strong thesis statement to body paragraphs that had topic sentences, explaining sentences, all the different parts that make a strong paragraph. So let's just go over the checklist again. So go to any station and follow the directions for highlighting, and then you'll always see an example from our example essay. Check each item using the guide questions. Make any necessary changes and/or initial your checklist. So if you need to change something, don't be afraid to go and handwrite in your essay. That's fine. Ask a classmate to check your essay. They should only initial if they agree. So don't just say, okay, here, sign it and not look. That's not helpful. Okay? And then go to a news station only after you and a classmate have agreed. All right. How you doing, Mike? Okay, good.
Sign my name here. Just your initial. Your name.
But you must write here. You short. Just the second factor is coming down. Must you explain?
Yeah.
Maybe the first one is not so clear.
So how many paragraphs do you have? 3 or 2?
Maybe steal
3,
from
right?
Muddy. Muddy or the goal of this activity was for the students to notice the strengths in their essays, the things they had done really well and that they were proud of, but also to see where maybe they were missing some ideas or missing some parts, or possibly where the information wasn't as good as it could be.
This activity improved my essay. For example, it improved my introduction, and I use many examples, or I have a new vocab, and I use a concluding sentence.
Also, another goal was for students to see other examples, their peers' essays, so that they could compare, wow, Yuki did this really well, but maybe mine was better in this other part. So they could kind of develop an inner criteria of what makes a strong essay. I think one of the big benefits of this activity is for students to see many different kinds of writing from their peers, and also to evaluate their own writing in comparison to their peers. They see examples of strong writing, they see examples of weak writing, and then they can kind of see how their writing falls in this whole mix.
I learn from their mistakes. Yes. For example, Yuki, my friend Yuki, her essay doesn't have introduction section, so I check my introduction section again.
That's right. I think therefore they will accept his judgment. Sorry. Yeah, sorry, I didn't put it.
Okay, it's short examples.
No,
So it's okay.
I think it's okay.
As I was walking around and listening to students, I noticed a lot of serious conversations, and a lot of students, especially the ones who had weaker writing, really noticing that they had a lot of work to do on their essays. One of the students, she had written a very short paragraph-style essay, which was not enough, and she had made a list of everything she needed to improve on her essay. She's like, I need to have bridges, I need to have stronger topic sentences. So she had noticed all that. So when she and I met, when I had actually read her essay and made comments afterwards, I started talking about everything that I thought she needed to improve. She was like, yeah, I know, I really noticed that in this activity. I was missing a lot of things. And so she had already decided how she wanted to change her essay without me telling her what she needed to do. It was very empowering for her, and her second draft was much better.
My teacher always teach me how to write a correct sentence and essay, and my friends teach me I should write more correct and more clearly this part.
Make us understand the two was rather why I did this.
Yeah, I agree with.
Oh, thank you. Sorry?
I think they learn that they can rely on each other and themselves. A big part of my job is to help them become autonomous learners, and because I'm not going to be there forever to hold their hands, and so they learn that they can get useful feedback from their peers, and they can also take a critical look at their own writing. If they know what makes strong writing, they can look at their own writing and make the changes that they need.
I like this activity because it's helped me a lot in my writing, and it will improve my writing in the future. Like in the university, I should use the essay in the university, and all professors need the essay or writing essay in their class.
Yeah, just leave that.
Yeah, perfect.
I will use okay. What about that? That's the problem here. I think there's a problem. What's the problem?
This one.
Yeah. Do you think there is a problem or not?
This. No, it's not that. I don't know. It's not a real example.
Okay. Okay. No, I'm gonna talk to her about that. So, but you said it's okay with that. I'm just gonna talk to her.
That's okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So what you'll notice if you look at these things, that we have your
Closing sentences. Oh, here.
My opinion.
Yeah. Just leave that.
Yeah, perfect.
I think alternative assessments are a little harder to control. Standard assessments, where for an essay, a standard assessment would be me taking the essays, marking them up, giving them comments, and then having them make changes. By having them do it themselves, you can't always control that they're going to do what you're expecting them to do. So that's one of the challenges. But the benefit is they feel really in control of their writing and improving their writing.
So you can use to communicate enough and be calm down and be patient.
Be patient.
Yeah, you must in same time or same way, like here, discussion, mediation.
This is your topic sentence. Oh, okay.
I changed.
Okay, I see. Oh, you missed your topic sentence.
Yeah.
This activity is useful because it makes me understand how to write a good essay and the structure of essay. So after this activity, I can write better.
I think for teachers who want to try this type of this type of alternative assessment, it may take a lot of preparation. This activity was pretty labor intensive on my part, getting the stations ready, getting the highlighters. That type of organization really took a lot of logistics and setup, but the benefits of doing it, I think, are much greater than the effort that I had to put into developing the activity. So I say go for it. If you're interested in alternative assessments, go for it.